You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Around Town is sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. They're really nice people. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. And I like them a lot, and that's why I bank there. If you ever come by to look me up, I'll be in the vault. Safe place. Have you ever met Charlie Todd? Charlie Todd is a legend in parts of Elmira, a great many parts of Elmira, because he owns a place that's a magic place in the middle of kind of a forest. What would you call it? Chamberlain
Chamberlain Acres Garden Center.
Where'd you come up with the name? From Chamberlain, the Prime Minister of London?
No, my mother's maiden name is Chamberlain, which my great-grandfather and his brother built the house here in 1895. We were a tobacco farm, so really? it dates back. They came straight from England and literally came into New York and straight to Elmira and straight to this property.
This is some property, though. You have like a garden of acres, truly.
There's 3.5 acres back here.
But with all kinds of Crabtree and Evelyn things, cards.
We have turned it also into a gift shop. We do classes during the winter time. We have a room over to the side that we have local artists come in.
Really?
They make anywhere from the ceramics plates. You can design your own plate, and she'll take them and fire them. But if you look around, we've got a lot of glass works. There's a girl that blows her own glass.
And out here you have a garden under glass.
Exactly. We've got basically 3 greenhouses on the property. We grow as much as we can. And then what we can't, we do bring in locally.
But you're really in the business of selling flowers and plants.
Exactly. We've been a perennial garden center for 9 years. We're going on our 10th season, and it has worked out very well. Our competition has always been the big box stores, so we're always in battling them. But what we've discovered is all of our stuff is grown locally and grown
when you say
in our zone.
When you say the big box stores, what does that mean?
Well, we're up against Home Depot and Lowe's for pricing and things.
They sell flowers?
They sell flowers.
I didn't know that.
Majority of their stuff is shipped in from southern states, so it doesn't tend to last as long as...
So yours is fresher?
Ours is actually grown in our zone.
And you make sure everything that's under your label is from you and fresh and honest.
Exactly. When you're dealing with shrubs and bushes and things, you're coming into a garden center, you're buying a product that is 5 or 6 years old, and if it's been grown in a southern climate and suddenly is appearing in your yard, it tends not to last through our winters.
You look very honest. You have such a nice, honest smile.
Thank you.
This has been part of the business, though. You treat people.
It is.
You treat people differently.
It's more of an education. When people come into the garden center, we're not trying to really, sell plants as much as trying to figure out what their needs are, and it has worked for us. It's an enjoyment. It's in our backyard, so it tends to be a little bit more relaxed atmosphere. And
what's the biggest selling flower or bush or shrub?
Oh, I'd say boxwood. A lot of people are looking for evergreens, but with ours, they get in here, and the thing of it is we carry probably about close to 200 varieties of perennials that are grown in our zone and will survive in our zone. So they get in here and usually change their mind of what they think they came in for originally. So we like, a challenge when somebody comes in and asks us to help them design a garden.
Yeah. And you live here too.
Something different, correct.
That's nice. You're right next to the office.
Yes. It can be good and bad sometimes. But it does make for a nice atmosphere. It lended well to the property. You can't see it from the road, which can be a hindrance sometimes.
It's kind of nice, though, private.
At the same time, when you get back here,
you'd never realize the excitement of things that you have here, that you see all of a sudden. Gee, I didn't know they had that. What a wonderful thing.
Yep, we've been called the Secret Garden.
The Secret Garden. Great name.
Because when we come in, and even when we're trying to do our displays and everything, we try to set them up so they don't look like a typical garden center, you know, where everything's just in a row.
What do you do for a hobby? I mean, most people raise flowers.
This is basically the hobby. You know, for entertainment, we've gotten to a point where in our 100-foot greenhouse, we have farm-to-table dinners in there. Hilltop Restaurant has come in, and they're about ready to set up for their second, which is awesome because at night, you know, with the lights, we run lights out into over the garden center, and it just makes for a different magical place. When we do our classes during the winter time, we have a fireplace in the other room. And so, you know, groups of people come in and they've got a fire going and they can sit and relax.
Does the restaurant have regular meals here?
No, we do have a global taco truck that actually comes every Friday and sets up out back. And it's fun to watch people come and actually have lunch. We've got tables and chairs out there that they can lounge in.
Reservations?
Well, they do take reservations, but it's mainly people that are on their lunch hour. They can call ahead and call their order in.
Kind of a family place.
Yeah, it's trying to utilize as much of the property as we can.
Now, if somebody wants to find out more information, you have a phone number and a website?
Yes, our phone
and
number.
And the address, of course.
Yep. info@chamberlainacres.com is our website. Our phone number is 607-737-1313. So
and ask for you.
It's an easy one. Ask for myself or Glenn.
What's Glenn's last name?
Miller.
We got to make sure we have everybody right.
Got
to give a plug where they can, you know.
Absolutely. But it's something that in its infancy, we really didn't know what to do, and every year we've kind of transformed it and tried to adapt to our business climate in this area.
They say that this is a depressed area, that things are going downhill. The future looks terrible. I don't think you think so.
Not at all. Not at all. I grew up here. I did leave for a time period, but to come back and really be in a community that the small business has really taken off. It's most of the local businesses now are all rallying around each other and really promoting, shop small.
Well, this is a great place for gifts too, of all kinds, aside from flowers.
Yes, we've tried to create an eclectic grouping of things that are either handmade or just different.
Very nice. I want to thank you very much.
Absolutely.
This is I'm going to keep this handshake because when I come back and need flowers, I'll remind you I was here.
Great.
They have an assortment. And you may have flowers in your garden at home, but they have things here beyond flowers. This is an experience to come to see, and it's a lot of fun, and he's a lot of fun. Right?
Absolutely.
Thank you. See you here.
Thank you.
I'll be the flower in the middle.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
The atomic bomb is one of the most powerful forces on Earth. The atomic beam is one of the most powerful flashlights on Earth. Hi, I'm Hunter Ellis, and this is Atomic Beam USA, another bright idea from Bulbhead, the ultra-bright, tough-grade flashlight that features tactical technology used by U.S. Special Forces. This flashlight has a feeble 125 lux output. The Atomic Beam USA has up to 5,000 lux. That's 40 times more. It's tough enough to withstand this 36-ton fire truck. We're gonna drop it hundreds of feet from this helicopter. It hits the tarmac and it's still working. That's what I call a tough flashlight. Heavy downpours, mud puddles, even extreme temperatures like boiling hot oil or being frozen solid in a block of ice are no match. I can smash it with all my strength. And it keeps shining bright. Its strobe feature makes it a powerful self-defense tool. Disorient attackers and protect yourself with the Atomic Beam USA. It's compact, lightweight, take it anywhere you know you're gonna need it. In case of emergency, it has an SOS setting. As a former fighter pilot, I can depend on Atomic Beam USA. You can see it for miles on land, sea, or air. You could spend over $100, or the Atomic Beam USA can be yours for just $19.99. You'll also get a lifetime guarantee. If it ever breaks, for any reason, you get your money back. And if you order now, you can double it and get a second Atomic Beam USA. Just pay a separate fee. And we'll even ship them to you for free. And the critical components inside the Atomic Beam are made right here in the USA. Atomic Beam USA with free shipping and lifetime guarantee is just $19.99. Order now.
Call 1-800-930-6150 to get your Atomic Beam USA. Call now or go to atomicbeam.com. Call 1-800-930-6150. That's 1-800-930-6150. Deluxe version available. Order now.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
This is Bruce Chalmers, who is an expert on men's clothing and owns, I guess you would call it H. Strauss, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Haberdashers. Very, very fancy, but the prices are terrific. Good bargains, very good quality, and he always looks 200%. Much younger. He dresses in a suit and he automatically looks younger.
Thank you.
Now, tell what is the address in Elmira, and they have a whole building here, a townhouse, filled with suits and sports shirts and hats and socks and anything that you could want to make you look terrific, including the price.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a good deal. What's the address?
363 West Church Street in Elmira.
And you have a website?
Yes, we do. It's hstrauss.com.
And you got a phone?
I do. It's 607-733-7475.
That's pretty good. You'd be surprised how many people forget their phone numbers when they're on camera.
Well, you don't call each other.
Why should people come here? You have an array. This is like Saks Fifth Avenue or Brooks Brothers, and only cozier, and you have an array that is just as wide as theirs. How did you get to do this?
We have continued a store that is more of a specialty shop, which has disappeared in the United States, all over the country, and now we continue that like it was in the past years.
With everything?
Oh yes, absolutely. We have ready-made suits, off the rack suits, and we also go right into custom wear. Mm-hmm. So we can take special measurements and have
sports shirts?
Sports shirts, well, it's all sportswear. I always say underwear to top coats.
Mm-hmm. Including
full
shoes?
Shoes are a special order basis.
Really?
Yes.
You must have a lot of fun here.
I do. We do.
And you must be the most well-dressed person in Elmira and the county. I mean, you got it all here for free.
No, I hope my customers are the most well-dressed.
Is he good? Is he good? How long have you been here?
This is 1993. We moved into this location.
This must be a building with some history. You have beautiful paneling, beautiful stained glass, beautiful racks of clothes. What is the history of the house? I mean, this is worth coming here. Aside from buying, you should come here just to look at the house.
The house was...
And every table, sorry,
I
get too enthused sometimes. Every table is filled with products. Like behind here, behind the camera, is an array of sports shirts that's terrific. Then he has suits and custom suits and anything you want. Well, I'm sorry I interrupted myself. How about that? Tell us about the house.
House was built in 1908, and at that point in time, wood and artisans were around and plentiful to create a different look and something beautiful, and that's what they did here. The stairway behind you is just exquisite with stained glass windows. And so what we wanted to do is incorporate that excellent feature to our better clothing.
What should somebody who comes to buy a suit look for There are many places that have ready-made suits, many that have custom, and depending on the salesman, they can talk them into almost anything.
Well,
but you have tips that they should look out for and be careful for.
Certainly. First off, you definitely have to have trust in the person that you're buying from, no matter what product you're buying. So it can make it a little bit easier if you have somebody with a little product knowledge and what's going on in the industry and that he's staying in tune with it. There are several places that you can buy suits. What we want is a repeat customer, so we want somebody going out with our product that's going to be happy for as long as he owns it, because the worst thing in the world is to have a product with my name on it sitting in his closet that he's not wearing. Because that's, it just, every time he opens up the closet, he thinks of that suit and how he shouldn't have bought it, or any article of clothing, that is.
How many suits do you have?
Well, I have...
This is a loaded question.
I have 7 suits.
7?
And I change those over every 6 months.
That's not a lot of suits for someone who owns a suit company.
Not if you change them over every 6 months. It's not. It's better that way. Let's put it. You know.
Is there a style of suit that you have specially made that's your design? Like you're wearing a double-breasted, which makes you look very thin.
Well,
is that a custom double-breasted?
Yes,
makes
it
you
is.
Look thin?
Yeah. Well, you know, there are lots of things that can make you look thinner.
Like not eating.
Is to be thin. No, this suit is a custom made, and it's double-breasted, and it's a pattern that I have liked for several years, if not most of my life, and continue to wear it because I have a great comfort level in the suit, and I feel good in it.
Is there a kind of an unwritten rule that when you reach a certain age, you look better double-breasted than single-breasted?
No, I don't think so, because all the English people wear them no matter what the age they are, and I think that that's a tribute to them, and it's carried over here to the United States.
Whatever happened to the vest?
The vest
it used to keep you warm.
Well, yeah, the vests are coming back. They're making it. It's a slow process, but we're seeing more vests in the fall season of this year, which we're approaching very quickly. And in the past, there were not a lot of manufacturers that made the vest, and some that made it, they didn't fit, and so others that did have, you didn't have to have a tailor, so it was a product that fit, and it was well received. The only problem was that the cost made it prohibitive. So the vest became anywhere from $95 to $195, depending on fabric and make.
And they had double-breasted vests too.
Oh yes, double-breasted. They had lapels, peak lapels, notch lapels, also the 4 pockets, 2 pockets, several different designs.
Well, I heard that in New York City, for instance, or in large cities, the place you go to buy a suit will take an order, and then they'll ship the jacket measurements to a jacket maker, the vest measurements to a vest maker, and the pants to a pants maker. And then somebody would bring them all together, and the salesperson would explain them all as they fit them and tuck them in and fix them as they should be looked.
That could be,
They did that in
several
England,
stores
too.
that could happen. The only thing I worry about that is when you make things in different factories, will they match up? This is the key, of course.
You have to watch that.
Yes.
Do you have one particular favorite of yours?
Manufacturer?
No. You ship out to various places too.
Well, I ship out, but mostly to customers who have, live out of the state or even out of the country.
No, I meant, do you have a favorite of your own that you would choose? You have a suit now, but you have sport jackets. You must have a terrific wardrobe that you can just choose down. You just come downstairs and you can buy anything here.
Of course. Well, I have a different taste in that it's not outside the envelope, but it's at the crease where I can be seen, and a little tiny bit different, but not too flamboyant to where I look a little bit out of it. So.
He looks very classy, doesn't he? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Henry.
It's a lovely
great to
place,
see you.
and you should come and see it. He's a very distinguished guy, but he's got great advice on clothes, and he's got a terrific, terrific selection at a very good price. If you come quickly, I'll be in the other room.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving, getting from here to there. managing long hours at work, juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online, bank with our mobile app, deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yeah, it's going down. We about to live it up, y'all. Let's go.
It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. We on the big screen, and everybody's here living out our dreams. Dreams, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Don't be scared, take a chance. Come on, give me a hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile. Now let's get up and dance. Come on, everybody, let's live it up. Let it out if you can't get enough. This right here gonna make you jump, jump, jump. This is home. This is the place. We break it out, we sing it loud, scream and shout. This is home. Hey, yeah. This is home.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Have you ever lusted to play the piano or the organ or an instrument? There's a place at the Arnott Mall, just near Elmira, which has everything. Robert Mew is the general manager. What's the name of the place?
Robert M. Sides Family Music Center.
Is there really a Robert M. Sides?
He is the first generation, and third generation runs the business now. Peter and Alicia.
And he plays the organ. He can play. I suspect he plays a lot of things, but he's going to play Hello Dolly. So don't go away, because you may want to dance to this. Now I found you have, what was this pencil that I saw on the counter?
It's called a bensel.
A bensel.
They're shaped like musical notes.
Ah, how much are they?
$1.50.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What a bargain. Fun thing, they have a lot of fun things here besides the instruments. Now behind us we have drums. And I asked him, I said, what a nice display of drums. And I said, can I bang some of the drums? He says, no. So, so be careful when you come in, don't bang the drums. But you've got trumpets on the side, guitars. What's the biggest selling item?
We do very well with pianos. This time of year we rent a lot of band instruments to the kids in school starting out. We have a great selection of acoustic guitars by Ibanez, Taylor, and Yamaha.
If somebody wants to come here, how do they find you? Is there an address in the...
Well, most everybody knows where the Arnott Mall is in Horseheads, and we're at the Sears end of the mall, entrance number 5.
And you're open when to when?
10 a.m. every day, except Sundays, until 8 o'clock at night.
And if somebody wants to get great advice for free, they can call you?
Oh, certainly.
And what's the number?
607-739-1559.
You got a website?
Yes, we do. It's rmsides.com.
S-I-D-E-S.
Correct.
Of all of these, I mean, this for you, being a musician, must be heaven, because you can go in every department, every corner, every nook and cranny, and find something to play. This must be a tremendous investment in just product.
Well, I like to refer this as a toy store for people of all ages. So we have banjos, we have...
That's my favorite instrument. Do you play the banjo?
No, I do not.
Gee, I wish I could. But you can arrange lessons.
Yes.
Of any instrument you can arrange
Almost
lessons?
any instrument.
Really?
No bagpipes.
No bagpipes. Why not?
I don't have a bagpipe teacher.
That takes a lot of breath.
Yes.
Do you laugh a lot? You seem so serious.
I do laugh a lot.
When? Now?
Yes, sir.
What sells the most?
Probably guitars. We do very well with guitars.
To me, being a novice and not being able to play anything, I envision these days becoming a great recording artist, because all I'd have to do is go into the studio. I wouldn't have to play anything, and I wouldn't have to be able to sing, because I can do it all electronically.
Correct.
So I can just go boom, and they'll put all kinds of orchestral arrangements in there, and I'd sound terrific and be a superstar. Right?
Yes, sir.
That can be done.
Mm-hmm.
They really can do that, but you don't have the studio to do that here.
Correct.
But you know where to do it.
But we do lots of lessons. So we do piano, organ, band, guitar, string, and drum lessons here in the store.
In the store?
Yes.
So you've got music behind you all the time?
Yes.
That's pretty nice. Must be nice here to just, it's so peaceful.
And
now.
And exciting.
And exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most exciting part?
When customers are here taking lessons and they're in and out.
Do you have them dancing in the aisles too?
No.
But they could.
They could.
Yeah. Do you come here every day?
I'm here most days, yes.
This is quite a responsibility to run a store. I mean, this is a pretty big store.
Well, I've been doing it for almost 50 years.
50 years?
Yes, sir.
In this place?
In Horseheads.
In Horseheads?
Yes.
You know a lot.
I do.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 boys.
2 boys. Do they play?
One plays the piano, the other used to play drums.
Did they ever play with you on the organ?
No.
No?
They make fun of me.
Why? You play pretty well, I hear.
For some people, they think I do. I can impress people pretty well.
I want to thank you so much. Now,
you're welcome.
We're gonna cut here and go to you playing Hello Dolly on the organ.
Okay.
What's the organ? What kind?
It's a Baldwin.
A Baldwin organ. Now, Liberace played a Baldwin too, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, but not the organ. So, coming right back with Hello Dolly, I am not going to sing, I'm not going to dance. He's going to do it all, but he's worth watching.
You're watching WENY HD.